a collection of the most recent population figures broken down by country. The most recent population estimates for each nation are included on this list, along with the appropriate sources that were, in the vast majority of cases, provided by the National Statistics Authority. On the list are several of the world's most important areas, as well as independent states, administrative divisions for purposes of comparison, and dependent territories. The list provides an up-to-date count of the population of each nation as of the most recent data point that was made public. The majority of the information pertains to the years 2022, 2021, or 2020. On the list are estimates and predictions of population size provided by the United Nations Population Division for those nations that either have not disclosed their population figures or have data that is out of date. Number 5. Pakistan. Pakistan, officially known as the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, is the nation with the 5th highest population in the world, the 3rd highest population in all of Asia, and the 2nd highest population of any Islamic nation. 6 primary ethnic groups make up the population of the country. The Punjabis make up 45% of the population, which is followed by the Pashtuns, 15%, Sindhis, 14%, and Saraikis, 8%. It is estimated that approximately 96% of Pakistan's population is Muslim. Pakistan is expected to achieve its maximum population of 404.68 million people in the year 2092, according to the most recent demographic forecasts. In the year 2048, when Pakistan's population is projected to reach 331.29 million, it is anticipated that it will have surpassed that of Indonesia. The annualized rate of population increase in Pakistan was 2.4% over the years 1998 and 2017. This is a growth of approximately 5.28 million people per year for a population that is already above 220 million. With 22 births for every 1,000 people, Pakistan has one of the highest birth rates in the world. In Pakistan, very few women utilize any method of birth control, and the country's rapidly growing population can put an excessive amount of strain on the country's water and sanitation systems, lead to millions of unemployed people, and overload the country's health and education systems. Number 4. Indonesia. The most populous nation on an island, the most populous Islamic country, and the most populous sovereign state in maritime Southeast Asia all share the title of Indonesia. Indonesia is the 4th largest country in the world in terms of population size, with an estimated 260 million people making up its overall population. As a result of the presence of hundreds of distinct ethnic groups and civilizations inside its borders, the country's racial and cultural makeup can be described as having a high degree of diversity. On the other hand, more than half of the population can be placed into one of 2 primary ethnic groupings. This section focuses on the people of Indonesia more specifically. These 2 peoples groupings are known as the Javanese, who make up 41% of the overall population, and the Sundanese, 15% of the total population. Both of these people groups are indigenous to the island of Java, which is the most populous island in Indonesia and accounts for over 60% of the entire population of the country. This proportion grows to almost 80% of Indonesia's total population when the island of Sumatra is taken into consideration, demonstrating that there is a substantial population concentration in the western half of the country. The province of West Java, which has a population of more than 43 million people, is the most populous in Indonesia. The province of West Papua, which is located in the most eastern part of the country, has the fewest residents, home to around 761,000 people. Number 3. U.S. The United States of America, which takes up the majority of the continental middle of North America, has the highest population density of any nation in the Americas. It is also the country with the highest Christian population in the world. As of today, 65% of Americans identify themselves as Christians. This makes the United States the most Christian country in the world. With about 39 million residents, California easily takes the title of most populous state in the United States. New York metropolis, in the state of New York, has 8.4 million people living in it, making it the most populated city in the United States. According to the data provided by the United States Census Bureau, the resident population of the United States was officially expected to be 333,287,557 as of July 1, 2022. This number takes into account all 50 states as well as the District of Columbia, but it does not take into account the people living in any of the 5 unincorporated territories of the United States: Puerto Rico, Guam, the United States Virgin Islands, American Samoa, and the Northern Mariana Islands, nor does it take into account the inhabitants of any of the several minor island possessions. The United States of America holds the position of the world's third most populous nation. The United States Census Bureau reported a population gain of 0.4% for the year ending in July 2022, which is lower than the average yearly rate of 0.9% seen across the rest of the world. According to projections made for the year 2021, the total fertility rate in the United States is expected to be 1.664 children per woman. This number is lower than the replacement fertility rate, which is roughly 2.1. Number 2. India. The nation, which is often referred to as Bharat, has the second highest population total in both Asia and the entire world. In India, there are hundreds of different ethnic groups, and the country's constitution recognizes 22 different languages as official forms of communication. In Hindu culture, the age-old caste system is still very much in use today. Uttar Pradesh has almost 200 million people living inside its borders, making it the most populated state in India. It is anticipated that the population of India would grow by 464 people during the year 2023, reaching 1,443,721,994 at the beginning of the year 2024. It is anticipated that there will be a net positive natural increase because the number of births will be more than the number of deaths by 535,030. Because of migration, there will be a decrease of 566 people in the population if the rate of immigration from other countries remains the same as it was the year before. It means that the number of people who leave India to settle permanently in another country, immigrants, will surpass the number of people who move into the country, to which they are not native, to settle there as permanent residents. This is because immigrants leave India to settle permanently in another country, immigrants. It was projected that 530 people were living in India as of the 1st of January in the year 2023. In comparison to the population of 253 recorded the previous year, this represents an increase of 1.26%, 277 persons. In 2022, the natural rise was positive because the number of births was more than the number of deaths by 575. This caused the natural increase to be positive. The population decreased by 298 as a direct result of migration to other countries. There were 1,068 males for every 1,000 females in the entire population, which results in a male-to-female ratio that is greater than the global average. As of the year 2022, the male-to-female population ratio in the world was around 1,016 males for every 1,000 females. Number 1. China. The Chinese government's one-child policy is responsible, at least in part, for the country's massive population but comparatively tiny youth component, as shown by China's demographics. Late in 1981, China's population surpassed 1 billion for the first time. The population of China was estimated to have reached 1.413 billion as of the end of the year 2021. The census completed in 2020 revealed that 91.11% of the population was Han Chinese, while 8.89% belonged to other minority groups. The annual rate of population increase in China is only 0.03%, placing it 159th out of 159 countries worldwide. The 6th National Population Census of China was carried out in 2010, and the nation's 7th census was carried out in late 2020, with the results being made public in May 2021. The figures shown on this page solely apply to mainland China, unless otherwise specified. For information on the populations of Hong Kong and Macau, see also demographics of Hong Kong and demographics of Macau. Today's video ends at this point. Do you like it? Feel free to give your feedback in our comment section below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.